here in IMPACT Bucharest, and it's great to be here. So let's have a little bit of fun and let's cause a little bit of trouble. So before we get started, I want to travel back in time. So back in 2017, we started the first AI education company in the world, in my hometown of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Also, Pittsburgh is a home to the largest AI hub in the United States, which includes the largest AI educational institution, which is Carnegie Mellon University. So when we started this, we also started the largest AI competition in the world, which is called WAICY, and it's in 156 countries today. So if you have kids, if you have students, make sure they join the competition. And here's the catch: everything that I tell you is free. We have been also teaching AI to educators around the world. So if you're an educator out there, I want to thank you, because I know you have an incredible, difficult, and challenging job. We've also been doing hundreds and thousands of hours of training for educators around the world. We did not stop there. We also started a book series. Over 76 million digital and paperback copies are around the world and sold and distributed, and they're called AI and Me. We also wanted to give back. So we went about 3 years ago into refugee camps to teach refugee kids. And by the way, folks, we don't like to call them refugee kids. We call them displaced students. So that's what we've been doing. So we've been covering a lot of grounds, folks, literally and figuratively. But we did not stop there, because we think education should take off. Think about it. How many of you here taken a flight in the past 12 months? Raise your hand. Very good. So probably these pictures are familiar to you. If you are a parent to these kids, when the kids are acting out, kicking the front seat, so you're probably a little bit embarrassed. If you're a kid, you don't want to be in a cabin for hours and hours. And if you are a fellow passenger, you're just really annoyed because the kids are kicking and screaming and this and that. So when we look at these things, frustration of the kids, we are annoyed as passengers, and when parents are a little bit embarrassed, we thought this is actually a perfect opportunity. Just in 2023, 9.4 billion passengers were flying around the world. What does that mean? So I came from Lisbon, Portugal. I took a flight from Lisbon to go to Charles de Gaulle in Paris, and from Paris I came to Bucharest. So that counts as 2. 25% of all passengers around the world are kids, and majority of them are between the age of 7 to 11. So folks, if you're on a short haul flight, which is 30 minutes to 3 hours, or a medium haul flight, which is from 3 hours to 6 hours, God help us, if you're on a long haul flight, which is from 6 hours plus, up to 13 or 14 hours, we have an opportunity. So if each kid, that means 25% of that 9.4 billion passenger traffic, only spends 30 minutes learning about AI up in the air, we have approximately 1.4 billion hours of opportunities to training and teaching these kids about AI and AI education. So for the past 2 years, we have been flying the major airlines around the world. And go figure, we were asking for the airlines to give us their educational or entertainment packages that they have for kids. So we looked at all of them. First of all, the quality was not good. Second, they were just entertaining, maybe for 5 to 10 minutes. So we did the whole market analysis. We looked at the entertainment factor with these tools. We also looked at the educational factor of these tools. So lots of entertainment, and there was only one airline that did some serious work on education, but it was boring, folks. We thought we should combine education and entertainment together. Yes, edutainment. And we think that is a space that is missing for airlines. So we do hope, just for 30 minutes up in the air, we turn those cabins into classrooms. So kids will learn something, parents will be less frustrated and annoyed, passengers will be less annoyed, and kids will have fun as well. So when you're up in the air, before you get there, each kid will be receiving a package, both unplugged and also it will be available on their in-flight entertainment system. They take a deep dive in learning about 5 ideas in AI, which I will tell you very shortly. And then before they land, like the QR code that you saw, they download their own certificate by scanning the QR code after finishing the course, but that is just the beginning of the journey. We've been teaching AI around the world for the past 8 years. Whereas, what kind of AI have we been teaching? Well, it comes from a very research-backed process by National Science Foundation, Carnegie Mellon University, and MIT. And we've been focusing on the 5 big ideas. That means every kid, regardless of their interests, in terms of if they want to become a doctor or a lawyer or a politician, I hope not, whatever they want to become, we think they should learn the basics of AI, including perception. That means how AI sees the world. Representation and reasoning, how AI makes choices. Machine learning, how AI learns. Human-AI interaction, how we work with AI. Last but not least, societal impact, how AI is changing the world, positive and negative. So that is the core of our AI education as we are doing it at ReadyAI. Kids love badges. Kids love unplugged stuff. So we thought about a new passport. We call it the AI passport. So once the kid learns something, on the flight they get the stamp from a flight attendant. This is something that our research has proven kids like because it is unplugged gamification. So also integrating it in the in-flight system gives us more ability to gamify what we want to teach kids in a much better manner. Our starting point, folks, is Saudi Arabia. Because of our amazing partner in Saudi Arabia, KAUST Academy, which is one of the biggest and the most prominent institutions in the region and around the world, we have made the promise to bring AI education to every flight in and out of Saudi Arabia or within Saudi Arabia by 2027. So kids will be learning real AI, they will be developing their critical and computational thinking skills, and then also they'll be able to apply those skills into their real world. So we really think, folks, the future of education is also up in here, because we have an opportunity to educate thousands of hours and millions of kids up in the air, and that should not be a wasted opportunity. We can also make this personal, and we can also make this individualized. And last but not least, it's important for us to be creating a generation of globally minded individuals that are AI savvy and AI literate. So, folks, whenever you're printing out the next boarding pass, what we like to see is not just for the kids to be flight ready, but we want them to be future ready. No matter what gate you're departing from, no matter what airline you're taking, no matter what seat you're taking, whether in economy, business, or first class, we think it should be, we should have access for kids to learn about AI all the way through. Because it's important today to make kids to become active participants of this technology rather than passive spectators. I thank you for your time.